वो वहां पे पनौती
है ना, सारी मीडियाबाजी करते हैं।
পাপিষ্ঠরা যেখানে যাবে
अरे मूर्खों के सरदार,
अच्छा भला हमारे लड़के वहां पे वर्ल्ड कप जीत जाते, वो वहां पे पनौती हरवा दिया, वो वहां पे पनौती हरवा दिया।
मोदी जी भी पहुंच गए कि भाई कहीं हम जीत जाएं तो जीत का श्रेय थोड़ा उनको भी मिल जाए। सारी मीडियाबाजी करते, सारी मीडियाबाजी करते।
नरेंद्र मोदी जी का काम आपके ध्यान को इधर उधर करने का है और अदानी का काम आपकी जेब काटने का है और अदानी का काम आपकी जेब काटने का है।
महाज्ञानी कांग्रेस के कह रहे थे कि आप सबके पास मेड इन चाइना मोबाइल फोन होता है। अरे मूर्खों के सरदार, किस दुनिया में रहते हैं ये लोग? अरे मूर्खों के सरदार, किस दुनिया में रहते हैं ये लोग?
পাপিষ্ঠরা যেখানে যাবে সেখানে মনে রাখবেন, পাপিষ্ঠরা যেখানে যাবে।
उनको लगता है कि मोदी को गाली दे दोगे तो उनकी गाड़ी चल जाएगी।
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. The political discourse of the nation seems to have deviated from the path of vikas and prosperity and descended down once again to the path of mudslinging. The fight is on for the Taj of Rajasthan, which goes into vote on Saturday. But the cacophonic war of words show that the generals are preparing for the final assault in 2024 general elections. A video of the Prime Minister consoling our cricketers after their World Cup defeat provided ammunition to the opposition. Armed with a quiver full of Gaalis, Rahul Gandhi was the first one to strike. He called the Prime Minister Panoti. Then it was his sister Priyanka Gandhi Vadra who accused Prime Minister Modi of being a media bath, hungry for attention. And now Chief Minister of West Bengal, Mamata Banerjee, one of the most vocal critics of the Prime Minister, has referred to him as Paapi. Hard to believe these are the words used against a democratically elected Prime Minister. Remember, 17.8 lakh people in Varanasi voted for Modi in the 2019 general elections. 22.9 crore people voted for the BJP helmed by the Prime Minister. This amounts to roughly almost 38% of the entire electorate. So is an insult to the Prime Minister also an insult to the people who voted for him? We'll let you decide that. Till then, listen in to the choicest of Gaalis that have been lobbed at the Prime Minister, no less.
তাও দেখবেন নীলের মধ্যে একটু হলুদ লাগিয়ে দিয়েছে, গেরুয়া লাগিয়ে দিয়েছে। পাপিষ্ঠরা যেখানে যাবে সেখানে মনে রাখবেন, পাপে কখনো বাপেরেও ছাড়ে না, এটা একটা প্রবাদে আছে।
हाँ क्या पनौती पनौती पनौती, वो अच्छा भला वहां पे, अच्छा भला हमारे लड़के वहां पे वर्ल्ड कप जीत जाते, वो वहां पे पनौती हरवा दिया। टीवी वाले ये नहीं कहेंगे, टीवी वाले ये नहीं कहेंगे, मगर जनता जानती है।
फाइनल में कौन पहुंचा? हमारी टीम पहुंची ना अपनी मेहनत से। मोदी जी भी पहुंच गए, मोदी जी भी पहुंचे ना, फट से पहुंचे। मोदी जी वहां पहुंचे कि भाई कहीं हम जीत जाएं तो उस जीत का श्रेय थोड़ा उनको भी मिल जाए, है ना। सारी मीडियाबाजी करते, इवेंट करते।
Unfortunately for Rahul Gandhi, this time too, The Panoti remark seems to have backfired. The Election Commission has sent him a notice asking him to explain his words. And not just Panoti, but also the Jibe Katra reference and the Mallikarjun Kharge questioning his OBC status. The EC has cited Section 123 2A of the Representation of People Act, which prohibits, and I quote, undue influence or interfere with the free exercise of any electoral right, including inducing to believe that any person is an object of divine displeasure or spiritual censure. While Rahul Gandhi prepares to reply to the poll body, the Prime Minister doesn't shy away from these direct attacks. Today, he hit out at his political rivals, saying that they underestimate the power of every worker of the BJP who has spent at least 4 lifetimes in trying to support the party, work for the party.
बहुत लोग हैं जो भारतीय जनता पार्टी की ताकत को जानते ही नहीं है। उनको लगता है कि मोदी को गाली दे दोगे तो उनकी गाड़ी चल जाएगी, लेकिन उनको पता नहीं है ये पार्टी ऐसी है जिसे कार्यकर्ताओं ने अपने खून पसीने से बनाया है।
Meanwhile, BJP's Amit Malviya has tweeted out this old video claiming that in 1982, Indira Gandhi had gone to watch hockey finals against arch-rival Pakistan at the Asian Games. He claims that when the Indian team almost began to lose to Pakistan, Indira Gandhi, in an exemplary show of leadership, his words, walked out of the stadium when the team needed most support. And this is in sharp contrast with Prime Minister Modi, who stayed back, went to the dressing room and consoled the team. Watch this.
फाइनल था हमारा और उसमें उनकी प्राइम मिनिस्टर इंदिरा गांधी साहिबा भी आई हुई थी और उनके होते हुए हमने ये मैच 7-1 से जीता और जब वो 5 गोल हमने हो गए तो मैडम चली गई इंदिरा गांधी।
Of course, the social media has been abuzz with the Congress and BJP media cells posting memes mocking each other's leaders. The BJP has carried out a blitzkrieg against Rahul, branding him as Murkho ka Sardar. The Congress too has retorted, saying some of the Congress memes where they have mocked the Prime Minister as Jhuto ka Sardar. However, it is the voice of India's shining star, Mohammed Shami, which has silenced all critics. One of the top performers of the World Cup has embraced, and he was embraced by the Prime Minister after the loss. Today, he tweeted and said that he was grateful to the Prime Minister for his boosting of their morale when they were down and out.
क्या रणनीति रहने वाली है?
देखिए बहुत ज़रूरी होता है क्योंकि उस टाइम पर हम मैच हार चुके थे और जब आपके प्राइम मिनिस्टर जब वहाँ पे आके आपको प्रोत्साहन देते हैं तो वो एक अलग ही एक कॉन्फिडेंस होता है कि देश का जिम्मेदार आदमी आपके साथ आया है, आपके सहानुभूति दे रहा है। वो बहुत
बात क्या वो आपकी
ये आप मुझसे सुनना चाहते हो, आपको वीडियो भी सोशल मीडिया पर घूम रही है, ऑडियो के साथ घूम रही है। आप लोगों ने देखा ही है कि कैसे उन्होंने सबका साहस बढ़ाया है, कैसे उन्होंने सबसे मुलाकात की है। ये बहुत अच्छा लगा हम लोगों को।
So, ladies and gentlemen, the legitimate question we're asking on the Newshour tonight: will the Gaali Brigade apologize? That's the question, and that's the debate on the other side.
You're watching the Newshour at 9. Debate number 1 on Times Now, Super Prime Time. Joining the debate tonight, Tehseen Poonawalla, national spokesperson of the BJP,
R. Rajagopalan, senior journalist, joining us after a long time. Welcome to the Newshour, Rajagopalan ji. Suhail Seth, columnist, marketing guru. Dr. Abhishek Rai, national spokesperson of the Samajwadi Party. Tausif Ahmed Khan, political analyst, supports the Trinamool Congress. But my first question goes to Tehseen Poonawalla, political analyst and more Congress than the Congress itself. So Tehseen Poonawalla, notice from the Election Commission, Panoti, media bars, now Paapi, it's going on unabated. My question to you is, the India Alliance had promised a new kind of politics, a new kind of issue-based, people-centric rhetoric during campaigning. But, and today, please don't go back to the old examples of girlfriend and Jersey cow and all of that. Please don't go there. I want to ask you, when the India Alliance was formed, it was a new chapter that you wanted to start. Is this really the new chapter from Chaukidar Chor Hai now to Panoti? Is this really new?
Namaskar, Navika ji. It is a new chapter. And in this new chapter, you will get back as hard as you give. So if you call the person I vote and I love, Murkho ka Saudagar, then the Murkho ka Saudagar, or Murkho ka
Sardar,
whatever that he, Sardar, the word that he used, then you will also get back.
Murkho ka Sardar.
हाँ, आपको सौदागर वो कांग्रेस वाला याद आ रहा है? मौत का सौदागर was said by Congress.
And Murkho ka Sardar.
So you don't like people interrupting, you know? So if you go back to using those
someone
words,
like you, because you're always on point. So, and you're the voice of the country. So if you make a mistake, everyone will make a mistake. I don't want that to happen.
So thank you. So if you use the word Murkho ka Sardar, you will get back as hard as you give. And as for Maut ka Saudagar, I just want to fact check you and Suhail both. Maut ka Saudagar, which is a terrible word, was first used by the Chief Minister of Gujarat in 2002 for Mrs. Gandhi and the Congress in his Gaurav Yatra. Then used by the Congress. It was, if Mrs. Gandhi using it is wrong, it was first used by Mr. Modi. But I never see any why Mr. Modi used it. If Mr. Modi will insult Rahul Gandhi, he will get it back. I personally don't like this kind of politics. I think it's regressive. I think it should not happen. But then you cannot be on a constitutional post, use the leverage to hit out at others and get away. If you are in the fire, if you're in the kitchen, you will face the heat. And if you cannot take the heat, get out of the kitchen. But here's the more important question. The Prime Minister today, for whatever he said, has not got any notice. I had personally filed a complaint against him and he said, Dangoyo ko kapdo se pehchana jata hai. A rabid communal remark. EC didn't act then. Today it's acting against Rahul ji. Great. What action did EC do against Desh ke Gaddar ko goli maro? Dash dash ko? So time and again, the Prime Minister and his people can get away saying anything. So I think politics should improve. This time was started by the Prime Minister, just like Maut ka Saudagar was started by him. If he starts it, he should take the heat.
Okay.
Or please leave the kitchen.
Okay. As far as I can see, Shehzad Poonawalla, this is pure confrontation politics. Mohabbat ki dukaan kab khuli, kab band hui, pata hi nahi chala.
I'm glad at least today Tehseen Poonawalla has dropped all pretense when he says that one set of abuses are justified because it is in response to another. If action ka reaction is the terminology that he wants to use, then he should be okay with action and reaction, even in other cases, including he should accept this when the Godhra train burning happened, then the riots took place. There they did not accept action reaction. There they had a different view on action reaction. But having said that, Tehseen Poonawalla, since you are much well informed than you pretend to be on TV, you should know that if it is action reaction, then the first time somebody was abused in this way was Atal Bihari Vajpayee when he was called Gaddar. Long before Modi ji was on the scene. Long before Modi ji was on the scene, there was Ek Sherni Saw Langur where JP, Lohia and all the stalwarts of Indian politics were called Langur by the Congress party. So then by that logic, then all other abuses by any other party should be justified. By your own logic of action reaction. Now, Navika, it is not about Panoti. It is actually about Papoti. 1 second, Tehseen, I did not interrupt.
No, 1 second. Shehzad, 1 second.
No,
Navika, you tell us not to go to the park.
Navika, what is
but
this?
BJP can go to Delhi.
But you said, but where did you not go on that path? You went on that path. My friend, you are only on that path. You have never left that path. So allow Shehzad to complete. Yes.
Navika, this is not about panauti, this is about bapauti. कि ये पीएम पोस्ट मेरे परिवार की बपौती है और इस पर अगर ओबीसी पृष्ठभूमि से, चाय वाले की पृष्ठभूमि से आने वाला व्यक्ति अगर बैठ जाता है तो मैं उसको नहीं, उसको तो आपने 90 गालियां दी, उसको तो आपने कहा हिटलर की मौत, कब्र खुदेगी, यू हैव अब्यूज्ड हिज ओबीसी कास्ट, यू हैव अब्यूज्ड हिज पेरेंट्स. यू आर सेइंग पीएम meaning प्रधानमंत्री पद is actually panauti Modi, so you're abusing the PM post. Secondly, Tehseen Poonawalla and his ilk say that we are progressive liberals and we have scientific temper. So are you saying panauti word is in sync with scientific temper? That 10 matches cricket team won because it had good omen, and 11th match it lost because it had bad omen. And thirdly, who was panauti used for? It was used for, wrongly, for women and for backward classes. Today, it is the Samanti Soch of Rahul that cannot tolerate an OBC Prime Minister, and therefore he uses words like neech. Therefore, they use words like Bhasmatu, Sur, Gangu Teri, and then Panauti, which is Jati Suchak, to abuse the Prime Minister who comes from an OBC class.
Well, Tehseen, let me ask you this. Even Mallikarjun Kharge said Modi Teli jo hai, wo OBC nahi hai. So he is actually also saying that the Prime Minister is faking his OBC status. Now that is at one level Gaali hai ki nahi, I don't know, the Election Commission will certify. But that in itself is raising a question mark on the very existence, on the very definition of what a person is.
And when you dehumanize a woman by calling her Jersey cow, when you dehumanize a woman by saying Congress ki vidwa pension le rahi thi, that time is justified. And Kharge ji, who comes from even a more poorer background than Modi ji, and I have a lot of respect. He came from a very humble background. He could serve tea. Kharge ji ko chai khade rehkar peene ko naseeb nahi hota tha. वो उससे भी गरीब background से आते थे. तो आज वो उनको आप जब हेलीकॉप्टर और प्राइवेट जहाज में घूमते तो उनपे जब अटैक्स होते तब
अरे भाई तो रावण 100 मुंह वाला रावण उन्होंने ही कहा था ना, 100 मुंह वाला रावण उन्होंने ही कहा था ना कहते.
Navika, one line, just one line. Navika, one line. Navika, they abuse Prime Minister Modi day in and day out. Forget that. Kharge ji, who comes from his background, he comes from, said, Telis are not a backward class. You can abuse Modi. 1 second, Tehseen, don't interrupt. I have not interrupted.
Sorry.
He has said, and I challenge Navika to play the tape. He said, ये मोदी घांची तेली है. ये घांची तेली OBC है क्या? Telis are EBCs, not even OBCs in Bihar. Secondly, जनता राक्षस है, सेना खून की दलाली करती है. अरे मोदी को गाली देते देते आप सेना, जनता और OBC समाज को क्यों गाली देते हैं?
Absolutely. And what really began with the loss of the cricket match? Let me get in Tausif Khan. Tausif Khan, what began with the loss of the cricket match has now gone from Rajasthan, where elections were, now to Bengal. Mamata Didi, I thought, was an experienced politician, and she's seen many summers and winters. She's come up the hard way, and she very rightly said that all Rahul Gandhi's TRP actually comes from Modi and the BJP because they make him important, because otherwise he has nothing to his claim. Why has Mamata Didi fallen into the trap of calling Modi Paapi? So, पनौती, झूठों का सरदार, मोदी की हत्या के लिए तैयार रहो, सौसिर वाला रावण, औकात दिखाएंगे भोगी, तानाशाह, भस्मासुर, हिटलर की मौत मरेगा, नीच, मौत का सौदागर, राक्षस, चाय वाला, गंदी नाली का कीड़ा के साथ अब एक और भी हो गया है पापी. Why would she do that? And to talk about having the match, yes, everybody wants the match to be held in their state. But the fact of the matter is that it was decided, ICC, BCCI together decide these venues, decided a long time ago, to now link it to the win or the loss because of the presence of one person, the choice of one person. Is it stretching things a bit far?
Come on, Navika. It's the BCCI who decides it. Yes, it proposes the name and ICC puts its stamp on it. Please do not say that ICC had something to do with choosing the venue. It's the BCCI who proposes it. Now, the basis on which you must select a stadium is the records. The records show that in the crowd in Kolkata has always cheered for their team, which is one of the things missing in Ahmedabad. Secondly, the records show that Australia have always suffered defeat more in Kolkata than in any other stadium when it comes to India. India have performed very well against Australia.
So are you encouraging match fixing?
There was also,
are you encouraging match fixing now?
Stadium was also...
No, that's not what he's saying.
No, come on. Please don't put words in my mouth. Please be patient. Let me finish. Also, Wankhede was also one of the favorite stadium. Why? Because there are 3 players in the team who was part of the team, and they played in the semi-final. That Wankhede was a very good stadium. They were aware of the pitch and how it was going to behave. Therefore, Wankhede as well as Kolkata both were the favorite on the list. But since it is Jai Saha, since it is the son of the Home Minister, the past president of BJP, we all have to, the entire BJP brigade have to defend him. That is why we are saying that, we are shedding this crocodile tears. It's thus no one has taken the name of Prime Minister Modi. People have said, like what Mamata Banerjee said. She said that 10 consecutive win. India faced after 10 consecutive win this very one defeat because it was attended by people who are Paapis. Wherever a sinner goes, his sins follows. What wrong did she say? She's talked about karma. If there are people who are, he did not attend in any of the, some people did not attend any of the 10 matches and they won. India has put up a very brilliant performance. What wrong did she say? Wherever there is a political interference,
she did not take the Prime Minister's word,
sports,
but she said जो लोग और कहीं नहीं गए थे और अब गए तो पापी जहाँ जाएंगे वहाँ पाप होगा. Suhail said either all of these people are extremely innocent and cute, or they think that public doesn't understand them.
Actually, the public doesn't give a monkey's toss anymore. Let's be real about things. The level of abuse across party lines is despicable and reprehensible. I have never seen this in the political landscape of India. It is odious to say who started it. What is important is to figure out who's going to end it if someone will end it. The Election Commission won't. And why should they? Having said all of this, this whole thing about cricket and Panoti and Paapi, I find it ridiculous. It is not childish because sometimes children have a sense of innocence. This is intellectual innocence when you're either incapable of any level of intelligence or whether you actually believe that people are stupid to buy your nonsense. What are the objectives of Rahul Gandhi and Narendra Modi? To win an election, correct? The cricket match is over. It was over on November the 19th. We are today on the 23rd of November. Does India have no pressing issues? Do the states that are going to elections have no pressing issues? The answer is yes. The abuse with which the Prime Minister is being treated, to my mind, is different. You should and you can hate Narendra Modi, the man. But today, he is in office. He's the Prime Minister, elected Prime Minister of India. When you abuse him, you abuse not just an individual, you abuse the political office of Prime Minister, and in many ways, you abuse brand India. Is that really worth it? You're playing into the hands of the same international narrative that has an anti-India agenda. Because they will say that, look, today Narendra Modi is unlucky for India. But what unlucky? How's he been unlucky? He's unlucky for the people who lose the elections. So Rahul Gandhi is right. He is Panoti for them. If that word at all should be used.
Stadium in his name.
To constantly, now listen to me. I did not interrupt you. You keep quiet, your turn will come. Okay? Now relax. Now the point I'm ending on is as follows. Mamata Banerjee, I was in Calcutta, as you know, day before and the day before that. Mamata at the most does not have a bad heart. She's not an evil human being. But she's very petulant. And we've seen her outbursts. So I would disregard, I don't think Mamata really means evil or ill. But constant abuse by Mr. Gandhi and followed by the BJP actually leaves India in a very precarious position. People will then remember the abuse and not the praise. There are times when nations come together. The cricket match was one such time. The fact that the Prime Minister went to the dressing room, no issues. People have gone in the past. Macron has gone to support the French team. It's a ridiculous argument that Narendra Modi. Now you tell me, if Modi was in the stadium and India had won the match, and if he had not gone to the dressing room, people would have abused. If he was not in the stadium, India had won the match, and he would have invited people over to thank them over tea, again he would have been abused. In this country, we have become fault finders. Operation Successful, Patient Dead has become our dictum.
Well,
we are becoming unhappy. There are times to be happy. This was a happy moment. We lost, but we lost with valor. We lost as great competitors. That's what the memory should be. The memory shouldn't be about, you know how they doctored the video that he walked away, did not give the trophy. Itna chotapan is not good in politics. Politics is about badappan, not about chotapan.
Absolutely. And videos have been put out of how he actually went and boosted the morale of a team that had its shoulders slumping. I mean, it's only human to do that. But even there, fault was found. Are media bazi ho rahi hai. Abhishek Rai ji, I want to ask you this. Why do parties not rise above the simple formula of Gaali politics? Gaali do, isko नीचा दिखाओ और वही हमारा जो है politics का एक blueprint है. Why do we not talk about really issues? Because every time before elections, the opposition always says there are so many problems in this country, there is unemployment, there is inflation, but when it comes to election time, that's precisely the thing they don't talk about. ऐसा क्यों?
Navika ji, let me tell you very clearly what has happened. This is ridiculous politics. What is happening, and this is disrespectful as far as Samajwadi Party is concerned. We don't believe in all these rubbish words. We believe in active politics. We believe in the problems of the people, and we are the main opposition party in the Uttar Pradesh. And what we talk about inflation, we talk about unemployment, we talk about the law and order, and there is nothing about that. And what is going around in UP, everybody is watching that. But on a part of that, I want to take a note on that the all thing are started by Mr. Prime Minister. Why does he say Murkhon ka sartaj? Why does he say why does he utter words like that? He is a Prime Minister of India. He is a Prime Minister of me also and you also. He should not utter words like this, no? Why does he utter word like this? Why he uses such type of politics? Sone ki beti, chandi ka beta, and everything like that.
Sone ki beti, chandi ka beta.
This is what my concern is. If the Prime Minister, see, if anybody abuses any person, he will reproach about that. Newton's third law always valid. There's no.
Okay, so you are saying every action has an equal and opposite reaction.
Equal cooperation.
Okay, all right. Shehzad Poonawalla wants to respond.
That is why does the Prime Minister say?
Navika ji, प्रधानमंत्री का वो बयान आपने प्ले किया. उन्होंने कहा कांग्रेस के महाज्ञानी, उन्होंने ये बात कही, अरे मूर्खों के सरदार. अभी उन्होंने किसी का नाम नहीं लिया और महाज्ञानी भी कहा, पर तहसीन और समाजवादी पार्टी दोनों महाज्ञानी को इग्नोर कर रहे राहुल गांधी के लिए. They don't think he's महाज्ञानी. They are saying he is only मूर्खों का सरदार. मतलब ये मोदी जी ने नहीं कहा, ये तो कांग्रेस के समर्थकों ने कंफर्म किया.
नाविका जी,
मैं बीच में नहीं बोलता.
नाविका जी,
नाविका मैं बीच में नहीं बोलता.
This is not done.
Okay, I'm coming to you. आप पूरी बात सुन ले. आप अभिषेक राय जी पूरी बात सुन ले, फिर काउंटर के टाइम दूंगी.
नाविका जी देखिए, मैं कभी भी मिसकोट नहीं करता.
बिल्कुल.
प्लीज आप करिए, अपने समय पर करिए ना भाई साहब. महाज्ञानी और मूर्खों का सरदार दोनों शब्द इस्तेमाल किए प्रधानमंत्री ने, किसी का नाम नहीं लिया. राहुल ने तो पनौती मोदी बोला, ही स्पेसिफिकली सेड मोदी इज पनौती. यहां पर तो किसी का नाम नहीं लिया. परंतु एक सेकेंड, ऐसे प्लीज डोंट इंटरप्ट. आई रिक्वेस्ट यू, दिस इज नॉट योर वे. इट सीम्स यू आर वेरी पर्टर्ब्ड टुडे. See, I am saying play both the statements. Rahul has said Panoti Modi, whereas Modi has said Mahagyani and Murkho ka Sardar. They are choosing Rahul Gandhi के लिए मूर्खों का सरदार. इसमें हमारी क्या गलती है? दूसरी बात, चिरकुट, चुटवैया, चालू पार्टी, गुजरात के गधे और जयाप्रदा के लिए क्या क्या नहीं बोला. ये पार्टी शब्दों की बात सुनेगी हमें. अब समाजवादी पार्टी, मवाली पार्टी गाली पर ज्ञान देगी. मतलब ये तो
अभिषेक राय, तहसीन, आई एम कमिंग टू यू एंड राजगोपालन जी, आई एम कमिंग टू यू. अभिषेक जी,
मवाली पार्टी क्या हो रहा है भाई?
First of all, पहले he should mind his words. First of all,
yeah, please don't call any party a Mawali party. You know, yes, I completely agree.
I am sorry, Mawali को बुरा लगा तो I am sorry.
Okay, he has apologized, Abhishek ji. Please carry on.
सुन लीजिए, you should be sorry. You don't have etiquettes to speak on a national channel.
अरे मैंने मवालियों को sorry बोल दिया है.
And you should learn the etiquettes, how to debate. अरे सॉरी बोलने से क्या होता है? किस तरह के शब्द
मवालियों को सॉरी बोला है.
अब शहजाद जी, प्लीज कम ऑन.
पार्टी का चरित्र है. दिस इज योर
समाजवादी को सॉरी बोलना है.
दिस इज योर कैरेक्टर. शहजाद पूनावाला, दिस इज योर कैरेक्टर.
लेकिन अभिषेक जी, आपकी पार्टी में तो चिल्लम वाले बाबा जी भी कहा गया था ना. आपकी पार्टी में तो चिल्लम वाले बाबा जी, यूपी के चीफ मिनिस्टर को कहा गया था.
Navika ji, let me complete first of all.
Okay.
Let me
make your point.
Shahjad Poonawalla.
Make your point.
Let me respond to him. Yeah, I'm making my point. You should understand this. We want to talk on the issues of people, and they are just trying to modify it. They want to play a PM as a victim, and they want to get the credit card for that. And credit votes for that, because 2024 elections are coming.
Card? I have not understood that analogy.
That the ground has been lifted from them.
No, Abhishek? What is the credit card?
What I want to say,
I didn't understand.
Not credit card. Credit card तो खत्म हो गया.
I'm telling you, I'm explaining you that they are playing with the words. They are playing with the words. They want to play the victim card. Because the Prime Minister is a victim card.
लेकिन अभिषेक जी, अभी थोड़े दिन पहले अखिलेश जी कह रहे थे कांग्रेस चालू पार्टी है, कांग्रेस चिरकुट पार्टी है. You know, Rajagopalan, that is all right. That is all right in election. And victim card is only being played by the BJP.
पता नहीं है. डॉक्टर अभिषेक राय से मैं मुबारकबाद देना चाहता हूं, क्योंकि बाइकआउट कर रहे थे नाविका का. आज आ गया आपने. अभिषेक जी
बहुत दिन से आ गए.
अभिषेक जी
नहीं बोला हूं.
अभिषेक भाई 1 सेकंड तो सुन लो.
One at a time, please, gentlemen. One at a time. Rajagopalan, first I'm coming to you, Suhail and Tehseen. Rajagopalan.
अभिषेक जी, कमलनाथ ने बोला था अखिलेश यादव का अखिलेश पिकिलेश. उसको गुस्सा नहीं आया आपको? अखिलेश पिकिलेश बोला था, गुस्सा नहीं आया आपको? क्यों चुप रहते थे आप उस टाइम? Why do you keep silent?
पहले मेरी बात सुन.
अच्छा, सेकंड थिंग, वन सेकंड, लेट मी कंप्लीट इट. अभिषेक जी 1 सेकंड, मेरा कंप्लीट करने के बाद आप बोलो. Panoti came because of Navika ji. Today I am going to sympathize with Rahul Gandhi. I support him today. The reason being, Panoti क्यों आया पता आपको? उसको पिछले दिन एनफोर्समेंट डायरेक्टरेट ने नोटिस दे दिया 750 करोड़ का अटैचमेंट. गुस्सा आ गया, गुस्सा से बोल दिया. गलत क्या है? 240 बार विदेश जा करके आए थे. उनको बेचारा राहुल गांधी का जेट लैग होते हैं, कुछ ना कुछ बोलते रहते हैं. उसको सीरियसली क्यों लेते हैं आप? संडे पूरी की पूरी एआईसीसी में इतना बड़ा स्क्रीन लगा करके मैच देख रहे थे. खड़गे बैठे थे, सब लोग जनरल सेक्रेटरी बैठे थे. उसको उसके पर क्या हो गया आपने? सो देयरफॉर माय अंडरस्टैंडिंग, Panoti is a very wrong word. Mr. Rahul Gandhi should not have used it. And moreover, we have to understand one thing, the mental setup of Mr. Rahul Gandhi. He is under stress. SPG withdraw कर लिया, मकान गया, MP गया, सब लोग को खो गया. अभी now he is taking irrelevant things and Panoti, Modi,
वो वापस भी आ गया. He has been reinstated and he has been
That is why he is giving galis. That is why he is giving galis.
to 2024 is going to be much worse. Navika is a semi-final.
Tehseen Poonawalla.
I actually on this, I actually want to compliment you. I actually agree with what Sohail has said, that the standards have completely gone down. I completely agree with you. And I agree with Sohail on one part, that the insult of our Prime Minister, Mr. Modi is our Prime Minister, is an insult to an extent of the Indian polity and of India as a nation. I agree with that. But the same BJP called Manmohan Singh ji chor in parliament. He got up and he lamented about it. The same Prime Minister Modi said Manmohan Singh ji ko kaise nahate the shower ke andar, wo kala unse hi seekhe. Had to be the same Prime Minister.
Rajgopalan, you relax for a minute. Let him finish.
All right. Sohail Seth wants to counter you. Sohail Seth.
The minute I give Prime Minister the example,
there is no point being competitive about who abuses who. That in itself is illogical. The point I'm making, and Navika is making, she began the debate with, is this what India deserves? The answer is no. Would we like our politicians to speak with more grace, with more gravitas? The answer is yes. Why? Because we look up to them. They are role models for a vast multitude of people. You know, Abhishek Rai said, ki bhai, credit card, victim card, that's irrelevant. The point is, are we creating a society where our politicians are role models, or are they hurlers of abuse? Rahul Gandhi talked about Mohammed ki dukaan. Usko aapne ashleelta ki dukaan bana di, gaaliyon ki dukaan bana di. Tehseen, for the BJP to say that about Dr. Singh was totally wrong. But history is a country with no citizens. How long will you hark back to the past and say, because they did it, hum log karenge?
Then what's the difference because they did it, you came back with Chaukidar Chor hai. You know, where is any standard different? And you're saying, your logic is that if you don't like the heat, don't stay in the kitchen. Now that, according to me, is not the Mohabbat ki dukaan that you decided to open despite the fact that you wanted to turn a new leaf. Shehzad, is it not?
No, Tehseen, don't interrupt me. Tehseen Poonawalla is the most selective person in the world. Why? When Manmohan Singh was called Dehati Aurat by Nawaz Sharif, not a single congressman came out and said, no, Manmohan Singh is not a Dehati Aurat. It was insulting to women also, and it was insulting to Manmohan Singh. Only person in the country on a constitutional post to stand up and said, how dare this Nawaz Sharif have the haisiyat to say this about our Prime Minister was Narendra Modi. And on the other side, when the other media, international media, was trying to brand Prime Minister Modi as some sort of a dictator, Rahul Gandhi went on foreign soil and he said, you're absolutely right. This is the difference between the...
In fact, we need your help to remove him. You know, that's...
One second. Tehseen, you abuse Modi. You and your ilk have only one job, to abuse Modi. But you say Janta is Rakshas. You say OBC, Modi Samaj, OBC nahi hai, you call them chor. And you say soldiers are doing khoon ki dalali. Why do you abuse Samaj, society, Desh, Sanstha for that?
The point really, Tehseen and Abhishek ji and everybody on the panel, the point is public has now had too much of all of this. Public is interested in a few things that matter to them. Their daily livelihood, education for their children, health for all, and their general standard of living. You know, the discussion, the debate and the campaigns should be around these aspects of citizens' lives. Instead, what has it descended to? It has descended to a full list of Jhooton ke Sardar, Paapi, Panauti, Murkhon ke Sardar, Tanasha, Bhasmasur. You know, it at one point or the other becomes absolutely irrelevant because the public is not involved. The public is not involved in what Rahul Gandhi has to say to Modi or what Modi has to say to Rahul Gandhi. Public is involved on how their life is going to change this election. Can we at least have all parties on the same page, whether in the opposition or whether on the treasury benches? Can there be a minimum decorum agreement And can there be a healthy debate in the run-up to 2024? Is that too much to ask for? Well, think about it. It is not just this election of 5 states, it is 2024. The next 6 months, is it only going to be abuses, or are we going to have constructive criticism and a vision for India? That is something that people of India want. We leave it at that. Thank you very much to all my panelists for joining me on debate number 1. On the other side,